This is Grandmaster Boris Alterman and you're watching Gambit Guide. Hello and welcome. So we start the new Gambit, and this time we call this Bishop's Gambit or Lewis Gambit. After e4, e5, Bishop c4. So usually we call this opening line as a bishop's opening. So instead of play knight f3 or f4, which leads to the king's gambit, or d4, which leads to the Danish or Scotch gambit, or knight c3 Vienna game. So bishop c4 is another aggressive attempt for white to fight for initiative. So usual answer here, of course, knight f6, after which d4 leads to the very interesting and sharp position of the Urisev gambit, which you already studied. However, standardly black answers in this position bishop c5, and you have three ways how to surprise your opponent. So first of all, b to b4. So it's quite similar to ideas of the Evans gambit, which we already studied. However, after bishop takes b4, which looks the normal move, and c3, white has additional advantage here, because, for instance, move bishop a5 after d4 and e takes d4, white has quite unpleasant way to attack black's position. You see the knight is still on g1, so after queen h5 move we are threatening at the same time queen takes f7 and also queen takes a5, and black almost forced to play in such a position d5, giving away the pawn. So in the game between Nikolai Kurinkov and Petr Tishin, black opted for a bit strange bishop f8 move. So he is trying to avoid any problems with bishop e7, for instance, and queen h5, after which white almost by force win one of the pawns, f7 or e5. So idea to move the bishop on f8 is basically prevents white from playing queen h5. In that case, black has two answers, or queen f6 or queen e7, which are both quite good. However, the position of the bishop on f8 and black's undeveloped pieces give white the opportunity to find the way how to get the strong attack after knight f3. So the pawn on e5 is under threat. d6, d4, e takes d4, and short castling. Definitely white should play in the gambit style. So after e takes d4, white is intending now c takes d4, queen b3, knight g5, lot of interesting threats. Black is trying to play d3, not to help white in his pieces development after d takes c3 and the knight